Well, all right, everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another session of Power Session with yours truly, BNP Speaks. I hope that you guys are doing well on this evening. I pray that you are doing great. So, if you don't know who I am, first of all, thank you so much for taking some time out with me on this evening. I hope that you guys, again, are doing well. My name is David M. Pinson, but I go by the name of DP Speaks. I am a speaker and a self-esteem and confidence coach. I do these power session lives every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thank you all for my tribe. That's what I call you, my tribe. Everybody that comes on every Thursday, whether you click a like or you share or you give me thumbs up or you say a great message, whatever that you do, I really, really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. For the new viewers and want to be a part of this tribe of self-esteem and confidence and getting healing that you need, thank you and welcome to the place of growth, to the place of change for your life. Tonight is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little different. You might hear a little bit something in the back, but this is a little soothing music because I just feel that before I go into tonight's part one of this series, a lot of us, we're really dealing with some challenges. I'll say it again. We are really dealing with some challenges. I don't care if you have money or you don't, if you have prestige and power or you don't. Excuse me. We're all dealing with something very serious. And that's how I want to start tonight and let you know that even though you're dealing with some of the hardest times in your life, there is better. And I know you don't see it right now. I know it's hard for you to see it. And it sounds great. But you might be saying, I've been dealing with this for the last 2 years. I know. But I want you to have some hope tonight. I want you to have some faith tonight to know that things will get better. And that's how I want to start this particular part one of the healing of the wounds. Tonight, we're going to talk about very deeply the heart. And I have notes here, but I'm just going from my heart to speak to your heart so that you can get healing for your heart. It's important. So I need you guys to do me a favor. Please share this with someone. I really want to help you tonight. This is a little different because this is something that everybody's dealing with. Next week, we're going to talk about the mind. Everybody's dealing with some kind of mental anguish. And then we're going to talk about the spirit and soul of a person. Everybody's dealing with this on different levels. And I really want to help you. So let's just jump in. I feel like this is a great opportunity now to jump in. Again, please share this. Like I said, there's a lot going on. I want to say this too. Whether it's 2 or 3 that come on my live, I appreciate you all. I really, really do that you spend the time with me. I just wanted to make that very clear. So we're kind of already in our time. So it is so much really, really going on. I want to say this really publicly. I live in Western New York, and there was a recent passing away of an apostle. Name was Apostle Joseph Brinson. I'll be honest, my heart is heavy this evening for his family, Lady Bertha, and his parents, and his wonderful siblings, and his churches. I want to send my condolences and prayers to that wonderful family And I'm praying that God will just cover you and bring you peace and just cover you in these difficult times. I felt led to say that. Um, and not only that, a lot of people's minds are heavy, but not only are their minds are heavy, their hearts are heavy. There is a lot, there's a lot, and I'll say it again, there is a lot going on in the world. People are living in pain and they're living with pain. I'll say it again. People are living with pain, but they're also living in pain, right? Because some of these times are the most difficult times that we have ever seen. I have never been, and I've been in a car accident. I've gotten hit. I've not even said this on here. I've gotten shot at. They thought I was another person, and I've got shot at. My car got shot up. There are certain things I just haven't disclosed yet. But this is one of the most hardest times for you, but it's one of the hardest times for me. I'm not going to disclose all the information, but my family is dealing with some situations. We're just dealing with some things just like anybody else. But you know what? We're not giving up, but I do understand. There's a lot of dilemmas. There's a lot of things that's going on. People have lost family members to COVID. Let's just stop right there and pause for a moment. People have lost so many family members to COVID, to the place that I just say, God, pray. I'm praying for their hearts. I'm praying that you will mend their hearts, their broken hearts. People are dealing with a lot. People are dealing with broken and they're grieving over the loss of relationships. People are not just dealing with COVID, they're going home alone and they feel alone. And some of them are alone. They don't have who you have. That's why I'm so appreciative for the people that's in my life, because I honestly don't know where I would be. And some of you probably wouldn't know where you would be if you didn't have certain people in your life. And sometimes the heart starts to ache because if we can be honest, like when I was telling you about my father, I wish he was here right now. I wish he can come and see my house. I wish he can come and sit in my chair. I wish he can go and sit in my car. All I have is memories, and that's all I have. And some of you, that's all you have right now is memories. But looking at those memories, they're cutting in your heart. They're severing in your heart, and it's tough. And then many of us, if we can keep it 100, we can keep it a buck tonight. A lot of you are very disturbed in your mind. You're disturbed because your heart is aching so bad and the pain is so unbearable. Some of you have thought about wanting to commit suicide. Some of you thought about leaving your families. Some of you have thought about running away. And I'm telling you now, there is help for you. Some people are just in a place that they don't know if they can take anymore. Somebody is literally one movement away, one situation away from losing their mind. Just let that sink in for a moment. One situation, one conversation, one situation away from losing their mind. But I want to help you tonight. But your heart, some of your hearts are damaged. Because we're all human. Let's be honest, we're all human. And we can only take so much. We can only take so much in our hearts. We can only take so much disappointment. We can only take so much anguish. We can only take so much. And when you can't take a lot of us start to self-medicate. And yes, the usual drugs and alcohol, right? But a lot of us that have aches and pains in our heart, we'll do the drugs and alcohol, but we'll sex it up with anyone just for somebody to be around so that they won't be alone. And some of you are doing that now. You're being with you're with someone right now watching this, whenever you watch it. And you don't even have a connection with that person, but you're only doing it because they said they didn't want to be around. That's a whole nother subject for another day. My assignment tonight is, I know that you have scars. I know that you have holes. You are crying out. You're taking all of the tears that you have, and it's full. If your pillow could talk, if your pillow could talk right now, what would your pillow say? I'm being so serious. What would your pillow say? And it's plaguing you every night. I understand. The reason why I understand, because do I stay up at night thinking about certain things that I can't handle? I'll be honest, yes. But you know what gets me through? And I don't want to touch on part 3 yet, but what really gets me through, and this is just freebie. I said, I can either go in the corner and shrivel up and cry and do all the things that I need to do to get that emotion out. And it's good to get that emotion out. But you can't stay there. And the many of you have been staying there in your heart of hearts, and you've been hurting for so long. It's been years. And every time somebody brings up that person or brings up that situation or even brings up that place, you start to cry, or you got to walk out. You got to go smoke some weed. You got to go do something. You got to go get that Henny. You got to go get that bottle because your heart is hurting. But my question to you is, and we getting there, aren't you tired of running? Aren't you tired of faking the funk? Doing things to please others when you know your heart needs that healing? Your heart needs that opportunity to get out of the hurt zone. A lot of you have been living in this hurt zone. You're running to the wrong people. You're running to the wrong situations just because. And you know you're not supposed to be there. You know you're not supposed to be with him. You know you're not supposed to be with her. But you might say, well, DMP speaks, what am I supposed to do when I go home alone every night? What am I supposed to do when nobody's texting me and checking on me and see how I'm doing? What am I supposed to do? And we're going to get there. Because again, I'm going through this, but I'm getting somewhere. We're almost there. Now, yes, she left you and your heart is broken. Yes, he left you and you are distraught. And your heart was taken with them. They took it with you, or with them, excuse me. They said they would never leave, right? They said, I'm always going to be there for you. You and me are tied together. And they said they would never leave. But unfortunately, they did. And because they did, you feel all out of place. Some of your parents are gone. Like my parent is gone. My dad is gone. He's never coming back. And it hurts me. It hurts me deeply. I'm still dealing with it. And the reason why I'm being open tonight like this, because I really, truly want to help somebody heal tonight. And one of the ways, we're almost out of here. One of the ways that I want to help you. Now, this is for, and this might not be for everyone. I got a few things, but this might help you. I hope and pray that this helps you. So one of the biggest things that I want you to do, I want you to learn how to forgive. Write that down. I want you to learn how to forgive. Forgive the person that tramples on your heart. I'm telling you, I know they might have cussed you out. They might have called you every book in the name. Every name in the book. I'm sorry, I got it backwards, y'all. And they trampled on your heart. They took it and they ripped it and they cut it up and they threw it. But you got to forgive that person. Because if you keep hovering over that unforgiveness, if you keep taking that unforgiveness with you, you're going to take it to your job. You're going to take it to your family. You're going to take it into a new relationship. And I'm not saying that when you verbally say, I forgive, that's when the forgetting part comes in. Because all the time it doesn't. But it does get better. When you forgive, it does get easier. When you forgive, things do get brighter for you. And the reason why I say that it gets bright, that doesn't mean because you said you forgive, that doesn't mean that feeling fully leaves. You gotta make up in your mind that even though they hurt you, I have to forgive so I can move on. Because that person that hurt you, they move on with him or her, or they have moved on with their life, and you're still hurt. I want to see you move from forgiveness and start living your life again. And this is another thing. You have to forgive yourself. When you don't forgive yourself for what they did, you stay where you are. Mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Because you're always going to you want them to feel your pain, but they have already moved on. You want them to feel your agony and the intensity of their pain that they gave you, but they have moved on. I need you to forgive and move on the best way that you can. And you got to do it. You got to stop weighing your heart on things that were out of your control. It wasn't your fault because maybe, just maybe, they weren't supposed to go with you on this journey called life. Oh, I'm in it now. I'm in it now because that's where a lot of people are. They're stuck because their heart is just hurting so bad. They don't know how to move. But I want to help you move tonight. These are the times that you have to move. You're crying tears and you're blaming yourself over and over. Now it's time to start over. Maybe you don't need to start over. Maybe you just need to continue. Some of you need to start over and some of you need to continue. I need you to make some kind of movement and keep striving. Because that's what you need to do. Number 2. Don't allow triggers to consume you. These people, the people that hurt you, the people have said this and that and this about you, they are your triggers. And triggers will always find a way to pee you off. They will always find a way to try to see if they can consume you once again. Some triggers could be an anniversary. Maybe that spouse is no longer here on the earth, and a anniversary song comes on, or a book that you might have read together, or a place that you went, and your heart is hurting. There was this favorite song that you danced with your girl, your wife, and because you guys are not together, when you hear it, it's a trigger. Something that mom or dad said, it was a trigger. And it brought you back to that place when you were 9, and 5, and 17. Some of you are dealing with depression tonight. Let's just keep it real. You look great. You look good. You're beautiful. You got the muscles. You're looking great. You clean. But you're dealing with some triggers. You're dealing with depression. You're dealing with anxiety. And you're not dealing with that issue. You're not dealing with. Some of you are dealing with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That stress is getting you so bad it's in your chest. That stress is pulling down on you so bad that you don't even know how to function. And again, you go back to self-medication or you just quit. And you wonder, how did I quit? How did I quit my job? How did I stop doing this and that? The triggers, the PTSD, post-traumatic stress. You're remembering that particular moment, that particular person, what they said about what they did to you. And not only are you stuck, you don't even know how to get out. But tonight is different because I want to see you get out. I want to see you get up. So when those triggers come, we're almost done. When those triggers come, don't feed those triggers. Yes, if you have to listen to that song, remember the good memories. Or I'll even flip it. If you heard a memory of what they said, or you thought about a memory and it came back to you and it was negative, and they put you down and they said this to you and they said this about you and they said that to you, don't feed it. Learn how to let it go. That's your past. You got to be able to let that thing go. Don't feed it and don't feed into it. It happened. It hurt. But don't let it consume you. I'll say it again. Even though that thing hurt, even though that person hurt you, even though that situation hurt you, don't consume that trigger. Let it go. Let it go. Because it's isolating you now from better that's coming for you. But right now you can't see it because you're so cloudy because you've never dealt with this. It's time to go. It's time to move. Next one is, don't give your heart to just anyone. I could just stay on this for another 15, 20 minutes, y'all. Don't give your heart to just anybody. Give it to the people that you trust. And if you haven't found that person that you trust with your heart, take your time. Why are you rushing? Your heart needs time to heal. Your heart needs time, your mind, we're going to talk about that next week, but your heart needs time to get itself together. Just like you got cut, like I got cut on my knees and I got surgery. It took time for those incisions to heal. That surgery to heal. We're doing surgery on your heart tonight. It needs time. But you want to give it to the right person that's going to nurture your heart. And also, don't be in a place of defeat because you feel defeated. You don't have to stay in that place. You don't have to stay in that mindset. You don't have to stay in that heart, the way your heart, hard-hearted. It's time for you to heal so that you can not just feel better, but be better. Your heart, we're almost done, I promise. But listen, do me a favor, share this with someone. I really want to help somebody. We're almost done. Your heart, I wrote this down. Your heart can't continue to receive blows that it's been having, that it's experienced. So what do you need to do? I want you to write this down. You have to protect it, which is your heart. Protect your heart. Guard your heart. We already mentioned nurture your heart. Prune it. Remove the things that don't need to be there. Just like when you're pruning a rose garden. They're taking off the things that don't need to be there and they're keeping what needs to be there. Prune it. Prune your heart. If you got some hate, right? You got some things that don't need to be in your heart. You got to prune your heart so it can heal. Because if you don't take those things off, you don't take those thorns. Thorns hurt, don't they? If you don't start removing these thorns, you'll get deeper. You get deeper and deeper. You want to start removing these things out of our lives and out of our hearts so that we can heal. And tend to yourself. Make good and healthy choices. Where you go, who you talk to, who you giving your time to, who's valuable to receive your time. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. I won't even touch on that. I feel that. But give your heart time to heal. You deserve it. I know this is a little long tonight, but you deserve to be happy. You deserve a whole heart, a complete heart, a fulfilled heart, a healed heart. You got to be able to get that, and it belongs to you. There's a couple things, and I'm done, This goes out to the singles. I'm just throwing something out to you. Who said that you had to get married right now? Who said that you had to get in a relationship right now? What's the rush? Because a lot of times, if we could be honest, when we rush into relationships, we don't even know the person's middle name. Oh my God. Because we're so hurt, our heart is so hurt, we feel like we got to replace that person like this. We don't have to do that. We don't have to replace them. We just got to take some time for ourselves. You don't have to rush. Ma'am, sir, you lost someone that wouldn't make time for your heart to recuperate. But let's think a moment. Maybe that wasn't the person for you. Maybe there's somebody else out there. But you got to give yourself time to heal the wound of the heart. And you got to take care of yourself at all times. Listen, I just wanted to get on tonight. And this is part 1. Part 2 is next week. We're going to talk about the mind. We're going to be here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, we're going to talk about the mind. And in part 3, we're going to talk about the soul and the spirit. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it. I need you guys to share this. Can I get 5 of my friends, my tribe? Please share this with somebody, because somebody needs to be delivered out of this hole of deception of their heart. People need some healing. There's a lot of things going on. People need healing tonight. People need restoration tonight. Somebody needs to be free in their mind, but also in their heart. Their heart needs some healing time. You got to give yourself some healing time. Time to heal, healing time, however you want to put it. You need some time. And there's nothing wrong with that, because there's no rush. Do it when you are ready. Get into that relationship when you're ready. Start hanging out with your friends when you're ready. Move on when you're ready. When you're whole, when you're complete, that is the best thing. Listen, guys, thank you so much for your time on tonight. Listen, if you are looking for somebody like myself to help you along the way, and you say, listen, I need a coach. I really need some help. I have a program called the Resilient Coaching Program, The New You. It's a program. It has 3 different modules, and then each module has 4 different lessons. And you also get 12 weeks of coaching with me, and it's a bundle package. Now, if you are looking for help with your self-esteem, you want to get your heart healed, and you want to move forward in your life, and we go into a new year, but you don't want to wait till January 1st, 2022. You want to move now. You want to make some difference now. I want you to put in the comments, coaching. And I'm going to give you a personal direct message. And I'm going to see how I can help you, because I want to see you well. I want to see you healed. I want to see your heart whole. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Before I let you go, if you enjoyed this tonight, if you feel like this is what I needed, DMP Speaks, this is what I really needed to hear. I've been dealing with so much. I'm hurting. I needed to get some healing, and I'm starting my healing tonight. I want you to do me a favor, if you don't mind. I have my Cash App. My Cash App is $DMP Speaks. If you would like to give, it could be $1, it could be $5, it could be $10, doesn't matter. Whatever your heart's desire. I greatly appreciate anything that you give toward my business. I appreciate you all. Listen, again, before I let you go, next week, next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing this again, where we're going to talk about the healing of the wounds, part 2, the mind. You don't want to miss that at all. But until next time, I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to be whole. I want you to feel loved, because I want to see you become the best version of yourself. I want you guys to have a wonderful night. Peace.